Man. Um. Oh yeah, Zero Russian. Zero Russian. Did you also email DSP your address so he can send you a spoon? Yeah, that meltdown was pretty epic. I mean, this gifted membership thing. It's like the perfect explanation for what's wrong with that. With just him in general, I suppose. Because if you guys came up with an exploit to give gifted memberships to the community and only have to spend like pennies for each, I'd be like, awesome. More people in members only streams. That's cool. More people using the emotes. That's awesome. I love it. Like, I wouldn't care. Whatever. But for DSP, he has like actual meltdowns and he's screaming at people about it. Oh, man. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. All the while coming in and like telling people, he needs money, he needs money, he needs money. And then like last night, he apparently spent like $1,100 on another round of a mobile game. Just outrageous. Outrageous. Okay. Have you seen The Completionist is back at it making videos like nothing happened? Oh, really? I mean, you can do it, dude. Like DSP straight up DarksydePhil jerked off on stream. I think it was 2018, I want to say. So he was streaming, face cam here up, and he yanked it to completion, and he still is going. And up until like last year, he was making well over $100,000 a year streaming and begging for money. So, like, I think you can overcome anything if you just are persistent enough. Some people will eventually just stop caring. Some people will just eventually stop caring. You know? Why have I never heard of this? I would tell you to Google it. Yeah, that was the bright side of Phil. Yeah, Phil's gotten worse. But yeah, that was a... You might have seen the meme. Yeah, it's... You might have seen the memes because it was turned into a meme. But yeah, I mean, he's just sitting on his couch. He just basically what he does is he doesn't like when he's streaming, if it's like this is my setup, I have all these scenes set up so I can switch camera angles, I can go to this side, I can go circular, like I have all sorts of different things set up. If I want to top down, I can do this so you can see my hands and my disgusting thumb. You can do all of that. Like I have all these scenes set up. DSP doesn't do that. DSP will like manually take his camera and like shrink it down like this every time he switches camera angles. Every time. Like we're in 2004. Like it's crazy. But what he did is that he went to like this scene, which was like his like starting scene, and then he just forgot to he thought he had turned off his camera for the pre-show, but he had left it on. And so he just did his business amazingly while he's in the pre-show. Like when I'm playing the music, that's when he did it, not realizing everybody could see him, and he did it. But then he just kept going. He just kept streaming. Most people would just walk away at that point. They'd be like, I'm humiliated. I'm moving on. That's it. Yeah, bro had his pregame ritual, dude, for real. But to his credit, and this is something I actually can admire in a weird way about DSP, is that he didn't let that define him. He let his addiction to mobile games define him, but he didn't let that define him. Like it was a big stupid mistake that's like a little silly, but he didn't let that ruin his life or define him. He was like, yep, he owned it. He sold t-shirts of his face while he was doing it for a little bit, which honestly is a good way to do it. Like, it was like a good way to do it. And I can respect that and appreciate that. He's like, yeah, no, I'm not going to go away because I made like this silly mistake. So I'll give him that. I'll give him that. If he can make light of it, that's the way to do it. In the case of like the completionist thing, it's a little tougher because it's an actual like ethical thing that he doesn't seem particularly sorry for. It seems like he's trying to like bury it and move on. And I don't know. But if he just gets back to making videos, it'll be a rough 6 months, but eventually he'll just move on. I think Pro Jared also had it. So yeah. Oh yeah, how's he doing? Can we check on DSP real quick? Let's see. Yeah, just on the 24th, he spent at least $980 on this mobile game. That's if he didn't pull the Trish wrestler card when he was doing the gacha pulls and stuff. If he didn't pull her and draw her card, he spent $1,600. Unbelievable. Imagine spending more than like your mortgage on a mobile game. I have no words. I have no words. Unbelievable. Okay. Whales are crazy. Yeah, I mean, on the one hand, you start to feel bad because you're like, you clearly have a problem. Anybody that spends thousands on any like hobby when you're not a multimillionaire, that's already weird and concerning. But like as of right now, he spent like over $22,000 this year alone. At least that amount, probably more. Just like think of what you could do with an extra $22,000 in your bank account. Bear in mind, he's in his 40s. Like he's in his 40s. Has no retirement, no savings, nothing. Is still paying back taxes from years ago. Like, and he's spending $20,000 6 months into the year. Like he's probably going to spend $40,000 to $50,000 on it by the end of this year. And he makes probably like $80,000 to $90,000 in the year. So it's like unbelievable. It's just breaks your brain, man. He's got a rich family. He'll be fine. Well, his parents are, I think, accountants or something like that. No doubt at all, he's relying on them giving him a lot of money in an inheritance. But if they do that, he's going to just spend it all also. Like, I remember seeing a video of him when he was like 38 and he was talking about how he couldn't afford to do something, but he was like, yeah, when I get my birthday money from my parents, I might be able to buy it. I was like, bro, you're 38. What? Imagine being 38 and then budgeting based off of the birthday check you're going to get from your mommy. Like, it's unbelievable. Oh, man. Yeah. No, he's done it like many times. He's done it many times. One of the most funny things ever. Let me see if I can find it. One of my favorite little weird ticks is that, and then I'll move on, I swear to God. DSP will often call his wife, he'll accidentally slip and call her his mom. And it's really, really uncomfortable.
Right?
It's really uncomfortable.
So that's just before they haven't looked at the car yet. All right. So now the car is there. By the way, so my wife.
Just accidentally calling his wife his mom. And he does this a lot. Like he will mix up his wife and his mom many times. Where he's like, yeah, my wife and I went to dinner. It's like, you okay? You okay, buddy? Yeah, that's some deep psychological trauma or something where like you have such bad mommy issues or something that you married a woman and now you're calling her mommy or mom. It's weird, man. That's weird. And it's not like, you know, somebody, a girlfriend calling her boyfriend like daddy or something to be goofy. Like this is him just telling a story about some activities and then accidentally like, yeah, and my wife made dinner. It's like, oh. Yeah, really, really weird. Really weird. I can't believe I just did that. Thank you for the 5. Luke, DSP got a $2,500 PC just to yell and complain and to just put it on the ground and play Street Fighter 6. And Cobra is about to be stalked by his insane ex. Dude, I saw something about the DSP thing. There's nothing you can do to convince me he didn't buy that himself. I just, like, dude buys a new phone for himself and then also happens to get gifted like a new gamepad, a new camera, and a PC, a whole $2,000 PC all at the same time. He's like, yeah, people just gave it to me. And he said other weird stuff. Like he said, I'll just return it. You can't return it if it was a gift. What do you mean return it? I think he bought it himself, but that's my thoughts. And as for Cobra,
that's most definitely what's up.
I think Cobra breaking up with what's her name? I forget her name. But breaking up with his girlfriend, that I think it's going to be pretty funny watching that arc evolve because she was crazy. So it's probably for the best that they broke up, but good God almighty, good luck to him. I think he'll need it. Methica, that's it. Jessica. I should have known because he's missing those teeth because they're falling apart, and he's always like Jessica. Yeah, that's who it is. That's funny. Okay. Anyway. Anyway. Yeah, all right. It's King Cobra JFS. He's like an old school. He's like an OG lol cow. There's different tiers of lol cows. There's lol cows that make you feel really like just feel good and make you kind of, I don't know about happy, but just like almost make you feel better about yourself. And they're sort of endearing in a weird way, you know? And I think that's where Cobra is for me. Like for Cobra, I watch him when I just want to relax. I know that's weird, but that's just what I do. And as for like the other side would be like Cyrax. Cyrax is like what's known as a horror cow. And he's somebody you watch if you want to like actually get upset and mad. DSP is probably also one of those like feel good cows because you just feel good that you're not him, but it's a separate thing. It's okay. Anyway, I'm still baffled.